one-on-one devotion. Meet a long-lost Euroleague player who's back where he belongs. Relive a world-famous club's historic first continental title. Hear about the formative experiences of a rising star from Senegal. And get your fill of great plays from another exciting week of Euroleague action. Although he might be tempted to feel like one, Szymon Szewczyk is not a Euroleague newcomer. 10 years after his last season in the continent's top competition, Szewczyk is not only making his long-awaited return, but for the first time he's playing in the Euroleague with a team from his native Poland, Zielona Góra.
Great feeling, especially that I'm going to play in my own country. I'm looking forward, to meet the best teams in Europe. Great teams, great opportunity, and I'm really excited to coming back.
10 years is a long time, especially in the world of professional sports. However, Szewczyk still remembers of his experiences when he made his debut with Alba Berlin of Germany in 2003.
I was a rookie, let's say. I was trying to play the best I can. I didn't have a lot of maybe minutes to show up exactly what I can do. But exactly, I remember the best teams, the high levels, the games that you cannot make twice the same mistake, because each point, each minute, each action is count.
Szewczyk's next stop, Union Olympia in Ljubljana, Slovenia, not only saw him rank among that season's top 30 per minute scorers, but gave him a long-term bond with Sazor Filipovski, the head coach, who has now brought him back to the Euroleague with Zielona Góra.
In Olympia Ljubljana, basically I met Sasha Filipovski after half year, and we was almost going to the top 16. So we was fighting with all those teams, and I'm happy to be back exactly with Sasha Filipovski after 10 years.
Now 33 years old, Szewczyk acknowledges that he is not the same player after a decade. Like everything else, however, he believes that this fact has its pros and its cons.
Many friends always was telling me, hey, 10 years ago, man, you got more hair. That's true. But I was definitely, younger. I was maybe more explosive and everything, but I didn't have that experience what I have right now. He's not going to be so nervous each maybe games than I was before, but still I'm going to be focused to play the best what I can and give it the best for my team and my teammates.
Indeed, Szewczyk has been doing just that for Zielona Góra through his season's first 3 games, ranking 4th among all Euroleague players in per-minute scoring. Szewczyk is well aware too that another of his roles is to offer advice that only he can give as the team's oldest player.
Yeah, unfortunately I am for me, but this is just the number. Of course, I'm gonna try to help them. Sometimes the situation when even on the practice or the games that I'm trying to help. I'm not the alpha and omega. I don't know everything. Of course, I'm the same human being and I make mistakes. But if I see something that I can correct my teammates, I always gonna tell them. If they're gonna use it, my good advice is up to them.
Another plus of his return to the Euroleague with a Polish team is that, for the first time in a long time, Szewczyk can hear his name pronounced correctly.
Szymon Szewczyk. Is no problem. I understand. I was playing so many countries that my name sometimes was changed to really different nicknames, and sometimes I was even thinking myself, like, why they cannot read it?
But whether or not they can pronounce his name well, fans around Europe can certainly appreciate the modesty of a player who, after waiting so many years, is back where he belongs.
After 10 years, if I will not play maybe in Euroleague, the world will not change so much, you know. Euroleague definitely will live without Szymon Szewczyk, but Szymon Szewczyk will like to coming back, you know, to the best level in Europe.
With the Final Four in its own city in 2003, FC Barcelona was desperate to win the Euroleague for the first time after having lost 4 continental championship games in the 1990s, 3 of them by a total of 11 points. But if playing in Barcelona clearly provided a home fans advantage, head coach Svetislav Pešić was conscious that his team lacked a home court advantage, because the Final Four was staged at the bigger Palau Sant Jordi rather than the club's regular venue, Palau Blaugrana.
Of course, if you play in Barcelona, then it's not you play at home, but you don't play in your gym. We didn't play in Blaugrana, we play in big gym, and we practice 1 or 2 times. But to be honest, it was better to play in Barcelona because support for our fans was incredible.
Naturally, the players were fully aware of the club's long history of bad luck, and Juan Carlos Navarro, then appearing in his second Final Four, knew exactly how much pressure the team was under.
Muchísimo, porque fue muy importante para el club, porque no tenía ninguna Euroliga después de haber llegado bastantes veces a Final Four. Recuerdo el ambientazo que había en el Sant Jordi y lo importante que era para nosotros ganar esa Euroliga, que era la primera y aparte en casa.
In addition to Navarro, Barcelona's roster boasted superstars such as Dejan Bodiroga, Šarūnas Jasikevičius and Gregor Fučka. The team had also enjoyed a magnificent season in domestic Spanish competitions, and coach Pešić believes that those successes helped sharpen his players for the challenge of winning the Final Four.
In this season, we played so many games before, let's say, before the Final Four. For example, we played 3 times against Madrid and 3 times we won the game. This confidence, this team spirit inside the game grew up, and I think we were very good, not only physical, tactical, but we were very good prepared for the competition in Final Four in Barcelona.
Barcelona's semi-final opponent was a dangerous CSKA Moscow team powered by scoring star J.R. Holden. A thrilling game was close all the way until the very final stages, when Navarro made a crucial open court steal and fast break layup with 17 seconds remaining to give his team a 6-point lead and seal the outcome.
Aquí en Barcelona recuerdo mucho el balón robado que hice contra el CSKA y que después tengo una foto en casa con toda la gente celebrando y de pie.
That took Barcelona into the final, where the euphoria from their semi-final victory over CSKA lifted the team to a more comfortable triumph against Benetton Treviso, with top scorer Bodiroga named MVP following a 76-65 victory. That sparked joyous celebrations inside a packed Palau Sant Jordi among more than 16,000 fans who were finally able to celebrate Barcelona's very first European title. Looking back now, Navarro and Pešić remember the team as a special group of players.
La gente que jugaba tenía mucha experiencia, sobre todo Bodiroga quizá en aquel momento era el líder con Saras. Bueno, mucha calidad y mucho control de todo el partido. Yo creo que en cada momento salían jugadores que podían controlar el partido, el tiempo del partido, y sobre todo las decisiones finales siempre tenían un nivel muy alto de que fueran bien.
Of course, this was historical time, historical year, historical season for Barca, because like you know, Barca tried in the past many times to win Euroleague many times. In the last second, they lost. This season was historical season. I was very proud to be part of this success.
There were some spectacular finishes in round 4 of the regular season. Let's see them now. Real Madrid beat Bayern in a classic, Himki overpowered Strasbourg, and Fenerbahce comfortably overcame Crvena Zvezda. In an instant classic, Nihat Djedovic powered Bayern Munich back from a big early deficit to hold a late 8-point lead. But behind Felipe Reyes' double-double, Real Madrid never gave up, and JC Carroll's triple with 3 seconds remaining secured a stunning win. Strasbourg couldn't keep pace with Himki, which claimed a second straight big home win with 16 points and 6 assists from Tyrese Rice. In Belgrade, Crvena Zvezda quickly surrendered a big early lead against Fenerbahce, and the visitors never looked like letting go, as Pero Antic and Epke Udo played big roles. Himki and Fenerbahce advanced to 3-1, 1 game ahead of Bayern and Real Madrid. Crvena Zvezda and Strasbourg share last place. Cedevita Zagreb won on the road in Milan, Olympiacos brushed aside Limoges, and Laboral outlasted Efes in overtime. Alessandro Gentile had another big scoring night to keep EA7 Milan in contention against Cedevita, but inside dominance from Miro Bilan and James White allowed the visitors to send out a message with a second consecutive impressive road win. Limoges stayed in touch with Olympiacos until half-time, but Patrick Young's double-double helped the home team surge clear and claim a comfortable win. Anadolu Efes led most of the way against Laboral as Thomas Hertel starred against his former team, but Ioannis Borousis allowed the home team to bounce back and win in overtime for the second time in Vitoria this season. Laboral and Olympiacos maintain a share of the lead, with Efes and surging Cedevita a game behind. Lokomotiv won at home against Pinar Karsiaka, Barcelona triumphed in Kaunas, and Zielona Gora claimed a famous win over Panathinaikos. Pinar Karsiaka was on top in the first half thanks to Joe Ragland, but Lokomotiv took control after the break as October's Euroleague MVP Malcolm Delaney came to the fore, and the hosts eventually eased to victory. Žalgiris kept things tight in the early going in Kaunas, but in-form Barcelona gradually established and then stretched its lead as Ante Tomic registered 18 points and 8 rebounds, securing a vital victory. And Zielona Gora enjoyed a memorable evening to defeat Panathinaikos, as Mateusz Ponitka led the way with a double-double for the Polish team's first win of the season. Lokomotiv Kuban's perfect record stays intact at the top, followed by Barcelona, with Žalgiris in third. CSKA triumphed in Istanbul, Bamberg was too strong for Maccabi, and Unicaja held off Sassari. Darüşşafaka hosted CSKA in the brand new Volkswagen Arena, and inspirational performances from Marcus Slaughter and Luke Harangody kept it close. But Nando De Colo and the outstanding Milos Teodosic, with 22 points and 9 assists, allowed CSKA to prevail and stay perfect. 19 points from Devin Smith allowed Maccabi to surge back into a third-quarter lead against Bamberg, but Daniel Theis sparked a big run, and the hosts never looked back. Dinamo Sassari initially put up a strong fight in Malaga behind Marquez Haynes, but Richard Hendrick sparked an incredible 24-0 run as Unicaja powered to another victory. CSKA Moscow and Unicaja top Group D after winning every game, and Bamberg goes third, a game ahead of Maccabi and Darüşşafaka. Ilimane Diop, a native of Senegal, is among the pearls of a youth program at Laboral Cucha Victoria Gasteiz that develops talents from around the world by bringing them to Victoria to grow inside the club. The journey for Diop started when he and his brother Mamadou decided to leave their country to pursue a future in basketball.
Ha sido un poco difícil de salir de casa y de estar fuera sin la familia, sin los amigos, pero al final al buscar algo que es grande, que es un reto para llegar más lejos de ese deporte que estás, te animan y te da más fuerza de estar fuera, y de verdad que con mi hermano ha sido mucho mejor.
One of the club's customs is to put young players in apartments together so they learn to share and coexist as teammates. Diop lived in such an apartment with players from 4 countries.
Yo creo que fue la mejor etapa de momento de mi vida deportiva, ¿no? Porque vives con gente diferente que son de otra ciudad, otro país, que aprendes cosas diferentes y estáis siempre juntos, jugando y hacer cosas juntos, y es algo muy, ¿sabes?, muy divertido, ¿no? Puedo decir.
It was not only fun for Diop, but he is positive that living in that environment put him in a better position than many players when having to learn team values.
Primero en la casa aprendes algo, ¿no? Que igual los demás, tus más compañeros no aprenden eso, porque ellos igual viven con sus padres, no viven con jugadores, y eso te ayuda a ser más compañero, puedes ayudar uno a otro y ver cómo vive uno y cómo vive el otro, y intentar hacer que todas las cosas sean fáciles entre nosotros. Y yo creo que eso a mí de verdad me ha ido mucho, aprendí mucho de esos compañeros, de cómo vivir, de cómo comportarse, ¿sabes? Y de saber entender a la gente en los momentos difíciles.
With 5 young players under the same roof, competitiveness was the norm, especially when they were playing video games.
Si perdías, tenía que esperar más tiempo para entrar, para volver a jugar, y eso hacía que cada uno no quería perder, tenía que dar tu máximo para ser el que manda en la casa.
That same competitiveness crossed over onto the basketball court.
Siempre en el entrenamiento también había piques, porque cada uno quería demostrar que, soy el mejor, o en eso no me ganas, ¿sabes? O yo meto más que tú y esas cosas, pero también es normal porque somos jóvenes y estábamos en un momento dulce de la vida, ¿no? Que quieres demostrar algo a los demás.
As his star begins to rise in the Euroleague, Diop can look back on that great formative experience with his flatmates as a turning point.
Primero es que estamos todos ahí por el básquet, y eso es algo muy importante, ¿no? Porque estás más focalizado en el básquet, ves el básquet, juegas al juego de básquet, habláis todo lo que habláis y lo que hagáis va por el básquet, y eso es muy importante, y me ha ido a mejorar, a estar más concentrado.
Through 4 games so far this season, centre Mike Zirbes of Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade has been enjoying the best start of his 4-year Euroleague career. His 7.75 rebounds per game makes Zirbes the 3rd Euroleague rebounder so far, and his 14.5 point scoring average ranks him among the Euroleague's top 15 in that category too. Zirbes' 2nd season with the Serbian champs is also his 2nd away from his native Germany, where the 25-year-old big man grew up sharing one of his countrymen's primary passions, cars. Ever since he was young, Zirbes always loved cars, which was always a subject of excitement at home.
I can't really explain when it started happening. I just know that my whole family is like that. Even my sister is like just talking about cars.
Big Mike's biggest affection is for fast sports cars. However, as with the most true car lovers, it is not just a car's look that Zirbes likes. The feel of driving and the roar from under the hood excite him just as much, if not more.
The thrill is to listen to the engine, to just listen to the noise the engine makes.
Just about anything having to do with cars, from reading magazines and discussing engines to attending car shows, Zirbes enjoys.
I like talking about cars a lot. So like all the time when I meet somebody who have the same interest in it, I really like to talk about it.
When his busy basketball schedule allows, Zirbes doesn't mind at all getting his hands dirty around cars too.
I'm fixing on cars too, on my own cars, of course. I mean, I got a friend back home in Germany. We always change something on my car.
Alas, at Cervena Zvezda, Zirbes has yet to find teammates who are quite as crazy about cars as he is.
I mean, there are some guys I can talk to, but it's not with me. I really like to focus on like really engines and stuff, so it's like kind of specific. And there's like nobody in the team who have like the same interest as me.
Naturally, Zirbes praises time-honoured German mates like BMW and Mercedes, but the car he dreams of driving happens to be British. As luck would have it, the Aston Martin whose steering wheel he yearns to grip doesn't have the same affection for Zirbes.
Aston Martin is my favorite car. It's like my all-time favorite car, but I won't fit in one. Yeah, I mean, I just went to try it, to sit down in it, because that's like one of my goals to be able to drive an Aston Martin. But there was no way to fit inside.
Standing tall at 2 meters 8 centimeters has given Zirbes many good things in his basketball career, but when it comes to cars, he wouldn't mind being just a little bit shorter.
That's not the only thing. I also would like to just go into a shoe store and just buy some shoes. But of course, I would like to choose the car which I like and not the car which I like, but have to fit inside.
But as much as he loves the roar of the engine and the speed of sports cars, there is something else that gives Zirbes even more of a rush: playing in the Euroleague.
That's tough to compare. I mean, especially when you play here in Belgrade in front of all those fans, I think there's no car which can give you that feeling.
Thanks to the spectacular finish to the game, Felipe Reyes may not have made the headlines after Real Madrid's remarkable come-from-behind victory over FC Bayern Munich. But Reyes' double-double played a major role in his team's victory and was also enough to also capture the title of MVP for round 4 of the Turkish Airlines Euroleague regular season. The veteran centre, who is Euroleague's all-time rebounding leader, in a highly impressive all-around performance, totaled 20 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and 1 blocked shot, in compiling a performance index rating of 30, the highest of all players in the round. This marks the 3rd time in his career that Reyes is the Euroleague's weekly MVP, and more importantly, helped get the reigning champions back on track.
Number 5, Carlos Lithuania. Carlos Arroyo for FC Barcelona, nice pass, and Samado Samuels will not be denied. Great play by Arroyo and Samuels. Number 4, Moscow, Russia. Another big win for Khimki Moscow. Beautiful alley-oop. Petri Koponen with the high pass, and Alexei Shved goes flying. Number 3, Istanbul, Turkey. The mercurial Milos Teodosic, what a pass to Nondo de Colo to convert under the rim through a foul. Spectacular assist from Milos Teodosic. Number 2, Belgrade, Serbia. Former Cervena Zvezda player Nikola Kalinic with the block for Fenerbahce. Fast break, nice pass to Epe Udo for the high-flying slam, turning defense into offense. Fenerbahce, firstly, Nikola Kalinic going up to make the block, and then the pass from Meli Mehmetoglu, and Epe Udo scores. Number 1 play from Madrid, Spain. Final seconds, Real Madrid trailing by 1. Sergio Llull drives, kicks it to Sergio Rodriguez. JC Carroll for the win. Incredible scenes in an incredible game. 3.1 seconds remaining, and Real Madrid takes the victory thanks to JC Carroll. Nerves of steel from one of the best shooters you will see anywhere. JC Carroll with the play of the week.
The regular season reaches its midway point in round 5, which features a game of the week between two title hopefuls. Group A sees Fenerbahce, Istanbul and the dynamic Luigi Datome hosting an ambitious Khimki Moscow region team led by former Final Four MVP Tyrese Rice. In the same group, Bayern Munich welcomes Crvena Zvezda and reigning champ Real Madrid travels to Strasbourg. Istanbul is the venue for the game of the week in Group B, with Anadolu Efes and the all-action Jason Granger taking on the ever-reliable Georgios Printezis and Olympiacos Piraeus, winner of the last 4 meetings between the teams. Also in Group B, EA7 Milan travels to Limoges and Cedevita welcomes Laboral Kucha to Zagreb. In Group C, there's a clash of the greens in Athens, where Panathinaikos and veteran warrior Antonis Fotsis go head-to-head with Žalgiris Kaunas and an old friend who won his Euroleague title with the hosts, Jan Vudrukas. Elsewhere, Barcelona is at home against Lokomotiv and Karsiaka plays host to Zielona Góra. And in Group D, only one unbeaten team can survive as CSKA Moscow and the masterly Milos Teodosic await a visit from Unicaja Malaga and rocksteady Will Thomas. Finally, Group D concludes with Maccabi welcoming Darussafaka, while Bamberg travels to face Sassari. We'll be back next week with another action-packed show.